Title: Golden State Warriors vs Memphis Grizzlies. Full game highlights. October 27, 2025 NBA season. The Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies reignited one of the NBA's most entertaining rivalries on October 27, 2025, in a game packed with emotion, energy, and elite-level shot-making. Whenever these two teams meet, the tension is palpable, and this contest lived up to every ounce of hype. With Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson squaring off against J.A. Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., the night turned into a rollercoaster of momentum swings, dramatic runs, and clutch plays that had fans glued to the screen from start to finish. From the opening tip, both teams came out firing. Golden State looked sharp early, with Curry orchestrating the offense to perfection. His off-ball movement confused Memphis defense repeatedly, creating open looks for himself and his teammates. Draymond Green, back in his familiar role as the defensive anchor and playmaker, was everywhere, pushing the tempo, calling out rotations, and facilitating the offense. Klay Thompson wasted no time getting into rhythm either, knocking down a pair of threes within the first few minutes to set the tone. The Warriors' spacing and ball movement looked vintage, resembling the dynasty days that once terrorized the league. But the Grizzlies weren't backing down. J.A. Morant, returning with his trademark explosiveness, took it straight to the Warriors' defense. He blew past defenders for acrobatic finishes at the rim, while Desmond Bane provided steady outside shooting to keep things balanced. Memphis defense, led by Jaren Jackson Jr. and Marcus Smart, began tightening up late in the first quarter, forcing turnovers and converting them into fast break opportunities. By the end of the quarter, the Grizzlies had erased an early deficit and were down just 1 point, setting the stage for a back-and-forth battle. In the second quarter, the bench units played a key role. Golden State's young players, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, brought energy and athleticism, attacking the rim and playing tight defense. Kuminga in particular stood out, throwing down a highlight reel dunk over Jackson Jr. that sent the Warriors' bench into a frenzy. Meanwhile, Memphis relied on its depth as well, with Luke Kennard and Zariah Williams hitting timely shots to keep pace. The Grizzlies' relentless effort on the glass started to wear down the Warriors, and midway through the quarter, they seized their first lead of the game following a Morant to Jackson alley-oop that lit up the crowd. Stephen Curry, however, had seen enough. With under 4 minutes left in the half, he caught fire in typical Curry fashion. He drained 3 straight deep threes, each one more ridiculous than the last, to silence the Memphis fans and swing the momentum back in Golden State's favor. The Warriors closed the half on a 14-4 run, taking a 61-55 lead into the locker room. Curry already had 22 points at the break, while Morant led the Grizzlies with 17. Coming out of half-time, both teams raised their intensity even higher. The Grizzlies amped up their physicality, with Smart and Jackson leading the defensive charge. Smart drew 2 offensive fouls on Curry within minutes, briefly frustrating the Warriors' rhythm. Meanwhile, Morant continued to attack relentlessly, scoring on back-to-back drives and finding Bane for an open corner 3 to tie the game. Memphis fed off the energy of its home crowd and took a 5-point lead midway through the third quarter after another transition bucket from Morant. But as always, Golden State responded like champions. Draymond Green's leadership shone through. He took control of the defensive end, forcing turnovers and grabbing crucial rebounds. Thompson hit a couple of big mid-range jumpers, and Curry, unfazed by the earlier calls, reignited his scoring spree. With a minute left in the third, he hit a deep step-back 3 over Morant, holding the pose as the Warriors' bench erupted. The shot gave Golden State an 86-84 lead heading into the final quarter, setting up a thrilling finish. The fourth quarter was pure chaos in the best possible way. Both teams traded haymakers, Curry and Morant matching each other bucket for bucket. Curry's ball-handling wizardry was on full display, weaving through defenders and knocking down contested jumpers, while Morant's athleticism was simply breathtaking. He soared for an alley-oop dunk over Kuminga that sent shockwaves through the arena. Every possession mattered, every shot felt bigger than the last. With 5 minutes remaining, the game was tied at 101. That's when veteran experience made the difference. Draymond Green made a brilliant defensive play, stripping Jackson Jr. in the post and immediately finding Thompson on the break. Klay pulled up for a transition 3, nothing but net. The Warriors regained control, but Memphis refused to fade. Morant answered with a twisting layup through contact, and Bane followed it with a clutch 3 of his own to retake the lead. In the final 2 minutes, the pressure was at its peak. The Warriors trailed by 1, and Curry took over once again. He danced at the top of the key, shook off Smart with a crossover, and drilled a deep 3 that gave Golden State a 114-112 lead. Memphis called timeout, drawing up a play to free Morant, but Green switched onto him perfectly, forcing a tough floater that rimmed out. Thompson grabbed the rebound and was fouled, knocking down both free throws to extend the lead to 4. With 18 seconds left, Memphis had one last chance. Morant found Bane in the corner for a potential game-tying 3, but it bounced off the iron. The Warriors secured the rebound, and Curry calmly dribbled out the clock as Golden State escaped with a thrilling 118-114 victory in Memphis. Curry finished the night with 41 points, including 9 three-pointers, reminding everyone why he remains one of the most dangerous players in basketball. Klay Thompson added 23 points, while Draymond Green contributed 10 assists and anchored the defense down the stretch. Jonathan Kuminga chipped in 14 points off the bench, providing valuable minutes when the starters rested. For the Grizzlies, J.A. Morant was sensational with 36 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. Desmond Bane added 22, and Jaren Jackson Jr. had 18 points and 4 blocks in a gritty performance. Despite the loss, Memphis once again proved why they're one of the toughest, most resilient young teams in the league. After the game, Curry praised the Grizzlies' effort, saying, "Every time we play these guys, it feels like a playoff game. They push us to be better, and that's what makes it fun." Draymond Green echoed that sentiment, emphasizing how battles like this help shape the Warriors' championship mindset. On the other side, Morant remained defiant, telling reporters, "We'll see them again. And when we do, we'll be ready." This matchup was another classic chapter in the Warriors-Grizzlies rivalry, a blend of elite talent, fierce competitiveness, and mutual respect. The October 27th showdown reminded everyone why these teams are must-watch television every time they clash. Final score: Golden State Warriors 118, Memphis Grizzlies 114. Stephen Curry, 41 points. Klay Thompson, 23 points. J.A. Morant, 36 points. Desmond Bane, 22 points. The Warriors' veteran brilliance outlasted Memphis' youthful fire, but one thing is clear: this rivalry is alive and well, and it's only getting better with each game.